Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We have finished our time with Knuckles himself, and as such we're going to carry on back where we left off in the original run with Sonic and Tails. Now, before we actually get on with that, though, I still want to very quickly make a mention of, I haven't done so yet, it's come up in the comments section, however, and that is regarding the save load features available for this game. Now, when Sonic 3 came out, it came with a whopping 8 save spots, which, you know, probably doesn't sound like a whole lot, but remember, this is 1994, you know, 30 years ago, and this game was coming through with 8 separate save slots, which is pretty impressive. You can even just run on a base save as well. Really cool as well, because not only could you do that, obviously you could save different states of different characters, have save slots of that, and your friends, and whatever else. Also, as you go through the game, it tracks like your statistics, and if you beat the game but without all the Chaos Emeralds, I believe you could actually reselect the data file, and then choose levels to replay to try and get the emeralds together so you can then get the actual proper ending, rather than saying, oh, you've got enough emeralds, you gotta start all over again. Really, really cool stuff. It's even got as well Eggman spawning your delete sign should you need it, if you need to refresh systems. Just really, really cool. So I want to mention of. Also, the music's really, really, really good. Really fun thing. But yeah, just considering this and like the whole lock-on technology, this game is so far ahead of its time. Anyways, we got a game to continue with. So we'd last left off with Sonic and Tails. We'd finished up Launch Base Zone, defeated Robotnik, and managed to destroy his Death Egg once more and sail into the skies with everything being happy forever and a day. Now, what I've had to do in order to play through the rest of the game is I've replayed up to this point, just before those boss fights, on Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is why I've got 61 lives. It's kind of ridiculous. But I want to get to this point because though there has been a couple of little minor tweaks about the game. I've talked about the fact that Launch Base itself is a little bit design-wise in where some things are placed, depending if you're playing base Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's from here where things really begin to change. So, let's get going. Bye, Tails. So, yeah. You remember in our first run that we came here, we had Knuckles trying to stop us. But unfortunately for him, he's not quite on Eggman's payroll. So the launch begins. One thing you'll notice as well, immediately there's a change here, is that in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the timer in the top left isn't moving. That is definitely a thing. In the original Sonic 3, you could legitimately get timed out while you're doing this, and I believe it could cause some bugs as well, I think, but that was removed in Sonic 3 Knuckles. Obviously, it's just cutscene. However, that is far from where things change. So make our way to our platform, where we will do battle. However, Tails comes to give us a hand for this boss fight as we take on Robotnik once more. So this boss fight is pretty much the same as it was previously. However, I will say having Tails with you here definitely makes this a lot easier. Tails is very effective at getting like extra hits on Robotnik half the time and can do you a lot of big favors. Not always, but sometimes you can manage to get Tails basically just like, especially if he's coming to the left side, you get Tails to like attack ahead of you. Stuff like that. It's very, very cool. So, and hey, you know, I'm not going to say no to the assistance. Far from it. Damn. One of those. Come on then, old man. You cannot win. There you go, then. There you go. Easy as you like. Wait, what? For Act 2? But isn't there like a whole extra boss fight? So the Death Egg immediately starts falling apart. Shoddy craftsmanship, if you ask me. Yeah! There's no Big Arms boss fight. It just simply doesn't happen. That becomes a Tails boss fight. Tails fight, a Knuckles boss fight, I should say. But at least Knuckles doesn't have to deal with the base defense boss. The Death Egg falls back down towards the ground, although this time doesn't actually blow up. we make our way to the Mushroom Hill Zone. So yeah, Defect survives. We'll see more about that later on. And so yeah, this takes us into the Sonic and Knuckles content. Now, there is a few more stages we'll be taking in. Should also be worth noting that pretty much all of these stages in Sonic Knuckles are enormous. They are really, really big. Very easy to have time to if you're not careful. So let's get going. What's going on here? Knuckles? Interesting. I mean, you wouldn't mind us taking a look, right? What have we got in here? What we have is this. Looks a little different, right? There's a good reason for it. That takes us to here. Wherever here is. Now, if you've got all 7 emeralds at this point, then they will be taken from you. And all these various huge emeralds appear. So look at the plot of what's actually going on here. This is the Hidden Palace. And what this place is this is where the Master Emerald is being kept hold of, this big thing up here. The Angel Island is actually floating in the air. Pretty badass, right? And it's being powered by the Master Emerald. Now, you might be wondering, well, what's this all got to do with Knuckles? Well, you see, the Knuckles clan is actually the clan that's been responsible for guarding the Master Emerald and its sort of compatriots all this time. Which is kind of why he's been getting involved in us and helping Robotnik, because Robotnik tricked Knuckles into thinking that we were looking to take the emeralds to get up to some really nasty deeds. That's obviously not quite what's going on, but, you know, we're working on that side of it. Now, what this means in gameplay-wise is that we would like to get hold of the Master Emerald, or at least be able to make use of it ourselves, or, you know, at least try and stop all the bad things happening. So, if you've got all 7 Chaos Emeralds, all of these emeralds now appear, and what these will do is they'll take you to special zones themselves. You can take these in any order you so desire. You get 1 crack per visit, and what we need to do is try and complete all 7 in order to get the Master Emerald powered up. Now, these are very challenging stages, and again, they can be taken in any order. There are a variety of different kind of skills required. Some are more kind of like how good is your ability to kind of control yourself. Some are more puzzle-like, but I will be going through all of these. But yeah, there's a bit of plot of what the heck's actually going on here. So we're going to start from the left and make our way over towards the right. I'll be putting up the various images for you as we go, as per normal. But yeah, some of these are very, very tough, and I do not blame people if they don't get this first time. Don't blame them at all. Let's get to work. So here is the first special stage here. I'm going to try and perfect what I can, but no guarantees. Let's get to work. Now, a new concept will be introduced in amongst the game is these yellow spheres that you can see here. Now, basically, these are just springs. What we need to be doing is getting these various sections here, kind of closing off from the other end. No, but yeah, if you jump on these, they will immediately spring you across, which is pretty cool. Sometimes very useful, sometimes you can get yourself into trouble, though, so be very careful about that. But yeah, this one's not too difficult. This one's kind of like a decent enough introduction into the mechanics of what's going on and the springs that are around. You're only going to need to do a lot of jumping around as well. So, for example, we want to get to that one closed, but on the wrong side. We can close this one. So this one's just kind of largely about just doing a little bit of exploring and just not get yourself into trouble. The odds are, with a lot of these can get very long, and you can definitely run out of time, so be careful of that. Seal that one off as well. Grab some rings. Ton of rings to be had in this one. So let's jump that. I would generally say is that if you can jump, jump. I think jumping probably more useful. Close that off there. Closing off is also useful, even if you're not after the coins, it just gives you more areas to traverse, because it can be very easy to kind of get lost and trying to find out where the last thing or two is that you need. But be really careful, like I say, these stages will get very fast very quickly, so be careful of that. Don't want to close that off just yet. I am after a perfect if I can. So we'll grab this. Oh gosh! Yeah, you see what I mean? It can get really, really tricky, so you've got to be careful Well, we can close off that side. Okay. I think that's all the seas apart from the couple that I left. I don't know if it's all the rings, though. That is all the rings. All right. Good stuff. So a couple of these aren't too bad. A couple of them you can suss out, but some are like basically puzzles. And will take a few attempts. And we got ourselves a Super Emerald. Very nice. Now, it should be noted, because we've given up the Chaos Emeralds, we now no longer have access to Supersonic. It is taken away from us until we get all the Super Emeralds, which can be a good or bad thing, depending on how you look at it. There we go. Number 1, done. Super stuff. But yeah, so we keep an eye out for these. These are not as common to find as we have done previously. Like, I'm not going to be getting them all done by the end of Stage 2. And admittedly, my knowledge of the area is not so strong in this game. Definitely a lot less familiar with these areas than previously. More mechanics needed to get used to here. Got these swing things. Do not want to be fighting you if I can help it. I want to get up there, though, on that right side. There are some goods. Like some rings. Very nice. Area up there that Tails can fly up. Sure, what the hell, Tails? Let's show off a mushroom. Let's show off this area a little bit, shall we? I gotta remember how to do this again, anyways. There we go. All of the areas like this do tend to have sections that are still unique to Tails and still unique to Knuckles. I gotta say, they're not having to worry about Supersonic. Really nice. Okay, I don't actually want to go over there. I do want to go down here. Not like that, though. Well, whatever. So I'll take our speed up. Right, new enemies about for you here, so feel free to explore around. Okay. Some of these can be pretty tricky, by the way, and can easily catch you off guard, so be a little careful. Okay. We're still on speed up, by the way, even if the music doesn't necessarily suggest otherwise. Okay. Now, I do want to go up here. So there's a few of these dotted about in the stages. These are pretty cool. What these are is basically, you jump on one, and in fact, I think I can actually get Tails on the other one as well, thinking about it. You don't have to do this, but basically, you press down, and you get up. And you can also get Tails to also do it as well. So like this. Neat, right? It's a thing. You do not have to do it with 2 players. You can just do it yourself. It's just, you know, teamwork, clap, clap, you know? There's a few of these, you know, get up so high, but yeah, show off you there, because I can. Kind of no real need, but whatever. Watch out for these things. Those mushrooms are pretty pesky. Alright. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's taking us to here. I don't know quite where here is. But as I say, yeah, these pretty much all of these zones in the Sonic Knuckles are enormous and have multiple routes you can take, and you can usually interchange between them as you see fit as well. Damn. That wasn't so good. Oh, shit. Ah! Okay, that was close. Didn't take immediate damage there. That's good. Got some weights here. You can use these to send yourselves up like that. Also very cool. Take the defensive route there. Alright, made it. Nice. Here's ring number 2. Sure, we'll do this one. What I might do is I might not necessarily go and get all these done immediately. I might show off a couple, but leave a couple. Because I do want to spend some time without having to worry about Supersonic, and I think it makes for a better game generally overall, so, you know. Anyways, we're going to do this one up next. You can just about jump and make these. You do not have to go... you can jump and make them. It's a bit tough, admittedly, but they are makeable. Alright. Do this one next. This one looks wild. 155 spheres. What this basically is a puzzle. I'm not worried about getting perfect here. I'm just going to show you how to do it. This one is very easy to go wrong. So this is what you want to do. Go forward, take some right turns here. And then you want to spring yourself across. Now, what you're going to find is you go across here more and more, is this is going to gradually get harder and harder, and it's going to require a little bit more work. If you want to go and get the rings, just turn right and do a bit of jumping here. So what we're going to do is get this one, jump, spring, and over you go. We need to do it a few more times. You can try cutting across if you want, but don't. It makes this really hard. So again, jump, spring, there you go. Getting faster now. So we are flying through these spheres. And we want to jump, take the right turn, over here, spring across. Now this is where it starts getting really difficult here. We want to jump, spring, across there. To the right, any mistake here, you're screwed. Jump, spring, and there you go. I mean, look a lot easier than it is. It helps, I've got the map, I can sort of show you what you're doing there. If you don't have a map, it's very hard to know what's going on. Some of these are really, really confusing. What you can also do as well is if you spring yourself somewhere really horrendous that you didn't mean to, if you just keep spamming the jump button, you can sometimes get through the fields of red spheres and manage to escape carnage. Because the jumps can happen in between the spheres themselves. You have to actually touch them. So you might get away with it. But yeah, there you go then. Alright, let's keep going. Damn. I'm doing a really good job of those, am I? Ah, guess that worked. Here we go. Oh gosh. Okay. That wasn't great, was it? That was not great. I offer whatever condolences I can. So I want to go this way. It'd be a real waste of this to not to do so. Another ring down there on the bottom left there. You might have just seen that. I'm going to leave that one there, but you can definitely go ahead and reach that if you so want. A few sections of this place have these things, these vines that will grab you. They're a bit of a pain. Just spring away and they'll eventually lose their grip on you. But yeah, to get that one down there, you basically just got to kind of not fly all the way across, and you'll be able to work your way around. Okay. Let's try and get up here. I think up is generally better in this stage. If you can get up, do so. Nice. Grab me all of those rings. Thank you. Can't quite make that, I don't think. No, not quite. Tails could get me up there, though. There we are. Good job. But yeah, you can definitely, like, there's spots you can, like, go back in yourselves. Like, it's just that there's a lot to explore around here. Generally, there's quite a few extra lives dotted about as well. Did not mean to do that, but whatever. Ah, that takes you back to here. Okay, that's neat. Wait! Put that down, sir. These things take a couple of hits. Deal with those things. They're pretty dangerous. Sure. Let's climb up. Tails, you're not helping here. You're not helping. I know what you're doing, and I appreciate you doing it. You're really not helping. Bring around here. Oh, star post, which means boss fight. Alright then. Scum. So we go against this, like, woodsman robot. It's kind of a weird boss fight, this. So what he'll do is he'll chop the tree at you. And you just got to make sure to dodge attacks. They'll either fly across or they'll bounce. It's kind of random what they'll do. Oh, I could duck that, legitimately. So once that happens, he'll then go over to the next set of trees. And it just keeps repeating, basically. But yeah, you can chop them downwards, so they bounce sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty easy fight, truthfully. Call it a victory, and we shall call ourselves the greatest of all time. Very good. Alright then, let's keep exploring. So I had to take a quick pause there, and uh-oh. Knuckles! Great. Yeah, he's still going to be a thorn for us. Wonderful. But this brings us to the one thing that is really cool about the about this whole place is that you'll notice that we're now kind of getting an autumnal feel. Yeah, there's actually different palettes for kind of like different seasons of the year. Really, really nice touch. Let's go on Star Power and let's get going, I guess. Go up or down. I fancy going up here. Partially because there is more goods to be had here. Got these little blower things. Be careful of them. Up here. Eliminate you. Okay, nothing else there. That's fine. Okay. There is something up there I did notice, but I'd need a hand getting up there if you'd be so kind. What we got? Oh! Answers that question. Okay, we're down here, alright. Let's keep heading down. Gotta say, so having the shield double jump things, I've missed them. Okay. How good's my accuracy? Not the worst. Oh, man, I do actually want to get to a special stage or two. We haven't done any yet, and it would be nice. Looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult than I expected. Okay, now I believe there's actually a special stage up in... Is it here? Here we are, yeah. So here we go. There's another special stage here. Sure, we'll do this one. Again, I'm not going to race to get these all done, like, as soon as possible. But, I guess we'll do this one this video as well. We'll have a bit of a longer video. It will be fine. Alright, let's do number 3. This one is also kind of very puzzle-based. A couple of different routes you could look to take here, but my suggestion for you is going to be to do the following. Let's head on up first. There's a couple of these. Again, you'll find that this being a very common theme amongst a lot of this, is you've got, like, these sections. Where there's like a square that's like half done in completing them. So head on here, jump that. This will launch us up here. Now this one's tricky. If you want to get hold of what you want to do here, we're going to have to jump real late in order to get the perfect here. So that you don't catch any of the other spheres. Very tricky that though. You can go backwards on yourself as well. That is also an option, but we'll worry about that. This goes nowhere, so we will have to jump this. Down here. It's kind of like a little couple of mini doorways. Takes us around to here. Got a couple more of these sort of like half squares that are done. Clear these off. Now, if you want to get perfect in this stage, you at some point kind of need to break the system and you will need to eventually skip something. So I'm actually going to skip that sphere there. Is that the one I want to skip? You know, actually it isn't. Oh, shoot. I've absolutely completely missed it. Uh-oh. Okay. So jump over here. Follow this along. Get this cleared up first. Right, I'm slightly lost here. Where the hell am I? Okay, that's perfect, apparently. Okay. We just got to get the last foot. Are they over here? Thank God they are here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. You can, if you want, you can turn right at the start and do everything we did, like, basically in reverse, but I do think it's slightly easier to go forward and just rock on from there. Your mileage might vary. Gotta say, it's 3 out of 7 done already, which is pretty good going. You will find that your access to rings does drop a little bit later on. Also, I'll find, if you're playing as Knuckles, I do find if you're doing the Knuckles side of things, it's actually, you tend to find less special stage rings, from my experience. Alright, ready. Ah, she sprung us up here. Oh, good job, Tails. Look at you grabbing some coins for us. Team player. Don't appreciate that, though. How did you get down there again? Aha! Special stage. Okay. Lightning shield, go here. Pretty nice. I don't think this is the best place for a lightning shield. It's fine, I guess. Alright, let's keep climbing upwards. See you later, Tails. Ah, you can fly. You'll make it. You'll be fine. We're here for a second. There we go. Alright. Bump ourselves up here. Alright, nice. Went pretty well. Alright, now, careful. There's this spring that will go to here. I do remember this one. There is another special stage, I believe, up here. Is it here? I think there's another special stage that you can find around here, but I could also be wrong. It rings a bell. I could be wrong. Yes, I am wrong. Ah, it's here, I think. No, this is the transition to the winter area. Okay, well, shows what I know. But they are about. Oh, slow down. Okay, good. That beaten. Very nice. Beat you. Ah, there's another one. Okay, we will not do that one, however. Alright. Make our way up here. But I say, yeah, there's quite a lot you can find playing as Sonic. But Knuckles doesn't get access to, like, half these areas. He kind of tends to do his own thing, and that your opportunities tend to be a lot more limited, so... Did Tails just... Thanks, Tails. Whatever, I guess. I'm gonna give you a chance. Okay. More gumball machines. The amount of lives I've got in this run is ridiculous. I wasn't necessarily going out my way to try and gather as many lives I could while doing the prep work for this. But goodness me, did I find some. Ah, no! That wasn't what I intended to do. I don't know if it's possible to, like, find a second one-up drop out of those. It tends to be, like, you might get one, and that's about it. The hell is that sound? A radar dish? Ah! It's Robotnik in disguise as a radar dish. Sure. For boss time. And kind of a fun little boss like this, actually. It actually makes me glad that I've got a shield here. Having any kind of shield here makes life a lot easier. We've got to chase Robotnik down through, like, this little gauntlet of little trap things he's got prepared. It's pretty easy. But yeah, if you've got, like, a lightning shield, fire shield's also really good here. You can use that to, like, dive ahead and, like, make some attacks. Water shield's probably like the worst one for you to get here. Tails with the cleanup bit. Good job, Tails. Yeah, get wrecked, old man. Alright. Victory is ours. But yeah, not a bad little opening stage. Maybe we'll get harder. Sonic, what are you doing? Tails is like, for Christ's sake, Sonic. Now, what's actually going on is this here. Sonic's turns on it. So Robotnik's out of here on his flying airship. And we're to chase him down for the awesome flying battery zone. I will see you next time.